Once India was the world's biggest buyer of weapons. We imported everything: tanks, planes, missiles, whatnot. Our skies were guarded by foreign raiders. Our seas were patrolled by ships which we didn't build. And our soldiers dependent on arms we didn't make. But something has changed. Today, India is selling those weapons to the world. In just 1 year, 2024 to 2025, we exported 23,622 crores worth of defense equipment. To make it a global conversion, it is $2.7 billion. A 30-fold jump in just a decade. This isn't a spike, it's a shift. A bold strategic transformation. This isn't just about guns or bombs. It's about sovereignty. It's about our pride. It's about rewriting India's role in the world. Today, in the bigger picture, we explore India's rise as a global arms exporter. What made it possible, what we are selling, and mainly who is buying our arms, and what it means for the world we are about to shape. Hopeful for decades, India was one of the world's top 3 importers. At one point in the history, we are the largest importer. Over 70% of our defense needs came from outside, from Russia, from France, from Israel. This was costly. It drained public funds. And it left us vulnerable. Because in war, if you see, a delay in spare parts could cost lives. A cancelled deal could compromise national security. This over-dependence was risky. It weakened our economy. 2010s, we brought a change. The government launched Make in India. Then came Atmanirbhar Bharat. Self-reliance not just as a slogan but as a defense strategy. Between 2020 and 2024, our imports dropped by 9.3%. Russia, our long-time supplier, saw its share fall from 72% to 36%. France, Israel, and the US stepped in. India was not just importing less. We are learning to build. And for the first time, we were preparing to export. This shift didn't happen by chance. It was built brick by brick by bold policies. In 2008, India rolled out the defense production policy, a clear target: top 5 defense producers globally by 2025. $5 billion in annual exports. Sounds ambitious, right? It was. But policy followed promise. The process to get export licenses was simplified. A single window system replaced endless bureaucracy. Online export portals were launched. Public sector units like HAL, BDL, BEL got modernized. New management, new technology, new missions. But the big shift, private companies were first time invited in defense production. L&T, Tata Advanced Systems, Bharat Forge, and hundreds of MSMEs. They built UAVs. They made parts for missiles. They manufactured radar surveillance systems and armored vehicles. Fast cut to 2024-2025, the private sector alone accounted for 15,000 crores in defense exports. That's more than 65% of our total exports. This wasn't accidental, it was architectural, backed by some kind of ambition. What exactly is India exporting? Let's dive into this. Missiles, aircrafts, guns, radars, drones, subsystems. Here is a snapshot of BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, co-developed with Russia, battlefield tested, precision guided and fast. Akash missile defense systems, designed to take down enemy aircraft in fraction of seconds. Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launchers, powerful, portable and deadly. ATAGS artillery, among the most advanced howitzer in the world. Dornier 228 aircraft, versatile for cargo, reconnaissance and maritime patrol, and scores of smaller systems, radars, electronic warfare gear, night vision devices, drone components and communication systems. So who is buying all this from India? Philippines, $375 million deal for BrahMos missiles. Armenia, Akash systems worth $2 billion. Vietnam and Indonesia, talks are underway. US, surprisingly, yes, US. Now our largest buyer, sourcing subsystems, avionics and precision parts. Africa now takes 15% of India's exports. Our weapons are being used, trusted and discussed in NATO war rooms. India now is not just building, it's participating in shaping global security. Let's talk about the impact. First, the obvious thing is foreign exchange. Defense exports mean dollars and lots of dollars. Second, jobs. Thousands of direct jobs, tens of thousands of indirectly across suppliers, vendors and logistics. HAL's order book is now at 94,000 crore rupees. Light combat helicopters, LCH projects are supporting entire MSME networks. Third innovation is what starts in defense often finds its way into civilian tech. Navigation, communication, material science, but perhaps the most important impact here is geopolitical. Every missile we export changes our influence map. Every new defense partner becomes a future diplomatic ally, and every successful delivery sends a message: India is not just a customer, but we are now a manufacturing partner and a trusted supplier. But let's not ignore the cracks. This journey is not without setbacks. India has exported weapons to Myanmar, drawing criticism for arming a military junta. In Ukidar, HAL-made Dhruv helicopters were grounded over technical issues. Armenia flagged integration delays in certain systems. Some failures are normal in the defense world, but for a new player, reputation is always fragile and every slip counts. Also, we still import critical systems, fighter jet engines, advanced composites, naval propulsion tech. Sometimes export permissions depend on foreign clearances actually, because we don't fully own the tech. So we have to indigenize them. So we have to completely indigenize the materials. To become truly independent, we need to indigenize deeper, from chips to turbines, from code to casing. That is the next battle, and it's already begun. The rise in exports is redrawing our foreign policy. India and the Philippines now strategic defense partners. Armenia, once distant, now a close ally. Indonesia, Vietnam, building maritime and missile ties. Even in Europe, states like Poland are exploring Indian options. And Africa, we are becoming their preferred partner. Affordable, effective, respectful. This isn't just arms trade, it's arms diplomacy. Through supply chains, through joint ventures, through co-production, India is entering in the big room, quietly but confidently. Behind every export deal is a story of dignity. A technician in Nasik building missile parts, a young engineer in Hyderabad coding avionics, a logistics crew in Bengaluru shipping precision radars. This isn't just industry, it's identity. For too long, India's strength came with a footnote, made elsewhere, used in India. Today it says, made in India. not just for India but for the world. And that matters because defense is not about war, it's about peace through strength and pride through purpose. But this power must come with caution. We must export responsibly, act ethically, build transparently, and lead the values. That's what makes power meaningful. By 2029, India aims to double its exports to 50,000 crore rupees. It's not a dream, it's a direction. Every contract signed, every radar shipped, every drone launched takes us closer to the goal. But to get there, we must focus on two things: credibility and character. Make world class systems, deliver on time, stand by our word, and sell not just hardware but trust. India is no longer a buyer, we are builders, leaders, and maybe soon the arsenal of democratic world. If you have watched till here, then you are definitely loving this video. Please let the algorithm know by liking this and sharing with your family and commenting your thoughts below. This is Rohit D. Sharma signing off until next episode.